It's the end of the year and Miss Honey is ready to start cleaning up her Alexandria database by removing the copies she has discarded over the year. After running any necessary reports, such as the discarded copies report, Miss Honey can then use the Remove Discarded Copies utility. Utilities are used to change large amounts of information in your database at once, such as modifying your call number prefixes and changing your patron statuses. Before making big changes to your Alexandria data, such as running a utility, we suggest you first run an archive. Think of archives as a save point before any large changes are made. You can run the archive from Operations, Utilities, Database, Database Archive. Just keep in mind that this will take your Alexandria down for a few minutes. To learn more about archives, check out our support center. To remove your discarded items, go to Operations, then Utilities. On the left, you'll have a list of your saved utilities. These are utilities you have created and saved for future use. To the right, you'll have the Details pane where you can add a utility, see your scheduled utilities, and learn more about utilities. Once a utility is selected, it will show the details of the selected utility. To add a new utility, click the plus sign to the top right or Add Utility. This brings up the utility templates, which are sorted by categories to the left. Each utility has a brief description explaining how best to use the utility. From the Categories list, click Copies and scroll to the bottom to select Remove Discarded Copies, then click Create. On the Overview tab, you can customize the utility name and add any usage notes about the utility. You also have settings to Favorite, Share, for those of you in a centralized catalog, Schedule, and Notify. When scheduling the utility, you have the option of the frequency and around what time you'd like the utility to run. Check the Notify box if you want to enable email notification sent upon utility completion. You can choose to save your utility here by clicking Save at the top right. This makes it so the utility is listed in your saved utilities so you can easily find and run it in the future. The Selections tab is where you build the utility to suit your needs by selecting the records you want to remove or modify. Find more selections by checking the box to show additional. The settings in this tab vary per utility. To remove all discarded items, leave the selections blank. The Options tab is where you can select to remove titles without copies. When checked, this option also removes remaining title records with no other copies once the discarded copies are removed. Your options will vary based on the utility selected. With the utility set up as you'd like, click Run at the bottom right. If you haven't already and you want to save your changes, click Save and Run. Alexandria will then show a confirmation pop-up informing you about how many records will be removed or modified. Keep in mind that this cannot be undone, so if the number does not look correct, you will want to click No and verify your selections and options. We also suggest running a report using the same selections to see an exact list of what records will be modified. If the number looks correct, check the box to confirm that you understand there is no going back, then Yes. You can verify the utility by going back to your Operations, by clicking Operations from your side nav, or by using the message drawer, then clicking the Operations Summary Report icon once the utility has finished running. If you have any questions or need assistance, you can always contact our lovely customer support team.